Okay, about to get this thing started. Give me 1 second. Setting some stuff up on my end. Making sure. Okay. All right, cool. I think we're live and we're ready. Okay, let's get it going. What's up? Okay, we made it. I'm a little bit late. Supposed to start at 2, but having some technical difficulties. I figured it out. And we're here. That's all that matters. We're live. We're ready to go. And we're here to talk about social media reels and short form content. I mean, you can probably see it from right here. You already know what we're about to get into. Good old energy drink. Get me going. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. If you're watching live, go ahead and drop your city in the chat in the service area in the comments. And if you're watching a replay, you can just still comment there and locate. Just tell us where you're located, because it'll kind of help us understand what markets you're actually working in. And for those of you that I haven't met yet, my name is Seth Rangel. I'm the founder of Foundational Marketing Hub. We work with foundation repair companies, basement waterproofing companies, crawl space companies, and anything structurally related repair contractors who just want more qualified leads, more booked inspections, and a stronger marketing system behind the business. And today, we're talking about social media reels and short form content, as you can see from the title here. But I want to make something very clear right away, that this is not a webinar about becoming an influencer. This is not about dancing on camera and chasing every trend or posting random videos because someone told you that you need more content. This is about foundation repair and basement waterproofing companies who want to use simple short form content to build trust, explain their work, show proof, and move more homeowners towards booking an inspection. Because at the end of the day, views are nice, but booked inspections are what really matters. And the goal here is not to go viral. The goal is to help the right homeowner feel confident enough to take the next step. And that's the whole theme of today's training, from scroll to schedule. A homeowner sees your video, they understand the problem better, they trust your company more, and they know what to do next. And that can help turn that social media attention into those inspection calls you're looking for. So let's dive right in. Okay, today's game plan. Here's what we're gonna do today. Is first, we'll talk about why short form content matters for foundation repair and waterproofing leads, not in a generic video is the future kind of way. We're gonna tie it back to the homeowner's trust, social media behavior, inspection calls, and book jobs. And then we'll talk about how the homeowner checks this before they actually call. Because most homeowners are not only asking who does this service, they're asking who looks credible, who can I trust, and who will explain this clearly. Then we will make the goal clear. Views are not the win, booked inspections are. After that, I'll show you how to find video ideas from questions your homeowners are already asking, from problems maybe your team already sees, and the proof that your company already has. Then we'll break down our 4 homeowner question buckets, 5-part short form video formula, and the job site shots that you actually want your team to be using. And then finally, we will talk about where each of these videos should go, where they should go. Some should go on your social media, some on your website, some on your Google Business Profile, and in your lead follow-up as well. And at the end of this, I'll show you a free playbook that goes with this training. It's called the Foundation Repair Short Form Video Playbook. Inside, you'll get hook examples. You'll get job site shot ideas. You'll get testimonial prompts. You'll get short form video templates, CTA examples, and a simple weekly video planning structure. And as we go through this training, you don't need to write down every example. The playbook is meant to give you a practical way to start applying this with your team today. So why short form social media matters? Let's start with why this matters now. Social media has changed how people evaluate companies. Homeowners are not only reading websites anymore, that they're watching quick videos, they're checking reviews, they're looking at photos, and they're watching how companies explain it before it works and before they decide to call. And the platforms are telling us the same thing. YouTube Shorts has become one of the biggest short form platforms. In 2025, the YouTube CEO, Neil Mohan, and said that the shorts average more than 200 billion views per day. Meta has also leaned really heavily into video too. Public data shared by Meta shows that videos make up more than half of the time spent on Facebook, and Reels account for a major share of Facebook's video viewing. Even LinkedIn, which people used to not really think of just more as just a heavy text professional platform, is moving harder into video. LinkedIn reported that video viewership was up 36% year over year, and that video creation is growing faster than other post formats. Now, here's the important part. Those numbers don't mean a foundation repair company shouldn't chase viral views. That's not technically the point. The point is that the homeowners are already trained to pay attention to short, visual, proof-based content. For foundation repair and basement waterproofing companies, that matters because this is not an impulse buy industry. A homeowner doesn't wake up one day excited about, hey, what foundation repair service am I going to buy today? They're usually calling because something feels wrong with the house, or they saw a crack, maybe they smell some moisture, or they actually found water in their basement, or they notice a door was sticking, or maybe their floor was sloping, and they're stressed because this problem feels expensive and probably confusing and most likely urgent. And when they see your company online, they're not just asking, do I like this post? Is this actually great content? They're asking, can I trust this company with a serious problem in my home? And that's where short form content can actually help. A good reel, a short, TikTok, Facebook video, even a LinkedIn video can show the person behind the company. It can show the job site. It can show the inspection process. It can show a real explanation. It can show customers saying they explained everything clearly and this is what they said they would do and they did it. That kind of trust is difficult to build with just one static post. The best part is this doesn't require a giant production crew. In most cases, a smartphone, clear audio, good lighting captions, and just a simple structure is enough to get started. So homeowners are watching before they call. And this kind of tells you, homeowners that are watching, they kind of see maybe a crack in their foundation. Maybe there's water in the basement or musty crawl space, uneven floors. I've ran into that myself. Or doors that are sticking. Had that happen to me too. And they're usually not calling the first company they see without checking anything. They're usually searching. They're comparing. They're looking at Google reviews, the website, the service page, photos, videos, social media, Google business profiles. And in a high trust, high ticket category like foundation repair and basement waterproofing, that matters a lot because the homeowner is not just asking who does the service, they're asking who looks credible, who looks experienced, who seems like they'll explain this very clearly, and who can I trust to come into my home and tell me the truth. The video helps because it makes the business just feel more human. A homeowner can actually see your face. They can hear your voice. They can understand your process, and they can see real job site proof. And that will make them feel more comfortable even before the call happens. And that's where short form content becomes more than just social media. A good video can support the entire buyer's journey. And it can live on social media. It can support your website. It can be added to your Google business profile page. You can use it in follow-up, which not enough people do that by itself. And it can be sent after maybe a form was filled out. And it can help the homeowner understand what happens during an inspection. So the question shouldn't be, should we post more videos? The better question here is, what does the homeowner need to see before they feel comfortable calling us? That is where the strategy actually starts. Okay, we got this one. Views are not the goal. Booked inspections are, which pretty clear at this point. Everybody knows that. But before we get in what to actually start filming, we need to have a defined goal. The goal of contractor video marketing is not just simply to get more views, like I said before. The goal is to move the right homeowner closer to taking action. A good video should do at least one of four things. It should explain the problem. It should reduce fear. It should show proof. Or it should give the homeowner a clear next step. If someone watches your video and thinks, okay, this company understands my issue, that actually matters. If they think this inspector seems trustworthy, that actually matters too. And if they think, now I understand what happens when I schedule an inspection, that matters big time. And if that trust leads to a phone call or a form being filled or a message or a booked appointment, that is a real win. So throughout this training, just keep in mind, video by itself does not book the inspection. Trust books the inspection. Clarity books the inspection. Proof helps book the inspection. Follow-up helps book that inspection. Video supports all of these things. That's why we don't want to just do some kind of random video. We want the video with a job. Every strong short form video should have at least one clear purpose. It should educate, it should reassure, it should prove, it should invite the next step. And if it does none of these things, it's probably just content for content's sake. And that's not what we're after here. So the problem is not that contractors never take videos. A lot of companies already have some video. Maybe someone on the crew records a clip, or maybe you got a before and after clip or video. Excuse me. Maybe you posted a quick Facebook video once. Maybe an inspector has a job site clip that's kind of just sitting on their phone. The problem is that most contractor videos they actually don't have a job, like, they exist, but they're not really guiding the homeowner anywhere. A clip of someone working in a basement might make sense to you because you know everything that's happening. But to a homeowner, that just might look like noise. They may not know what kind of problem you're actually solving. They may not know why, the work actually matters. They may not even know what even caused the issue. They might not even know what they should do if they're seeing the same thing in their house. And that is the gap. Short form content is not just a post more. Strong short form content is show the problem, explain what it means, build that trust, show the proof, and give them the next steps. For example, a weak video could be a 20-second clip of a crew installing a waterproofing system with just music over it, with not really explaining anything. A stronger video would start with the owner and the inspector saying, if you're seeing water along the edge of your basement floor after heavy rain, this is the first thing we check. Then they show the problem. Then they show the systems going in. Then they explain it, or the result that they see, in very plain English. And then it ends with, if this is happening in your basement, don't wait until it gets worse. Schedule an inspection and let someone take a look at the job. It's the same job, it's the same footage, but a very different result. One is random content. The other makes the homeowner feel like that you understand their problem, and it feels more confident. They get more confidence in wanting to reach out to you. So now let's answer one of the biggest questions contractors have. What videos should we actually make? And this is where most companies get stuck. And they know that video matters. They know that they should probably be posting more. But they sit down and think, what are we supposed to film? And the answer is not just random trends. The answer is your actual business. Start by asking, what questions do homeowners ask before scheduling? Those become FAQ videos. What problems do they see most often? Those become the symptom videos. What fear stops people from actually calling? Those become the trust building videos. What objections come up during the sales? Those become objection handling videos. And what part of the process confuses people? Those become the process videos. What proof do we have? Those become the testimonial, the review, and job site location videos. And where the lead's dropping off, that becomes the call to action, the website, or the follow-up videos. This is where that playbook actually helps. The playbook is kind of just built around these exact categories here. It's the homeowner questions, common symptoms, trust gaps, process questions, proof opportunities, and follow-up videos. So when you download it, you'll not just get a bunch of random content ideas. You'll actually get a way of looking at your business and finding videos that'll most likely help the homeowner feel ready to schedule that inspection. And the best video strategy is not the one that actually gets the most views. It's the one that actually answers the question, removes that doubt from them, or shows proof that helps a homeowner feel ready to actually book that inspection with you. So most homeowners fit into 4 buckets, which we have here. The first bucket is the problem. What is happening? The next is, why is there water in my basement? Or why is this crack getting bigger? Or why does the crawl space smell musty? Or why are my doors sticking? These are all great short form content topics because they start with the homeowner's actual concern. And they also connect directly to search intent. These are the kind of questions homeowners are typing into Google or on YouTube or TikTok or even AI tools before they even contact a contractor. And the second bucket is risk. Is this serious? Can I wait? Is this kind of cosmetic, or is this a sign of something bigger happening? These type of videos work because it meets the homeowner in the moment that they are worried. You're not trying to scare them. You're trying to help them understand when it's worth getting the issue looked at. The third bucket is process. What happens next? What happens during an inspection? Do I need to prepare for anything? How long does this take? Will someone explain the options very clearly? Process videos actually reduce friction between when the people know what to expect. They are more likely to actually take that next step. And then the fourth bucket is trust. Why should they call you? Why should they believe you? What makes your company credible? That's where the testimonies, the reviews, team videos, owner videos, inspection introductions, job site walkthroughs, and proof videos actually matter. When you build content around these four buckets, you stop guessing and you start creating videos around what homeowners are already thinking. And that's when short form content becomes much more useful when you have that in mind. Okay, before we jump into this part. So let's make this practical, because that's what I love to do. Here's a simple formula your team can use for most short form videos. Is in the first 3 seconds, the hook. Then 4 to 10 seconds is the problem. And then you explain. Then you show the proof. And then the next step. And the hook is where is that first line that actually makes the right homeowner stop. The first few seconds matter because people are scrolling quickly. You need a line that kind of immediately connects to a real homeowner's concern. For example, if you're seeing water in the corner of your basement, do not ignore it. Or not every foundation crack means the same thing. Or if your crawl space smells musty, this may be why. Then you name the problem. Describe what they're seeing in very plain language, not contractor language, not overly technical jargon. Just explain the issue clearly. Then explain why it matters. This doesn't need to be long. You're not trying to teach a college course here. You're trying to help the homeowner understand the basics so they feel less confused. Then show the proof. That could be the job site, the crack, the waterproofing system, the inspection process, a customer review, or a before and after. And finally, give the next step. Tell the homeowner what to do next. Schedule the inspection. Send a photo. Visit the service page. Save this video. Call before the next heavy rain. And here's, a simple basement water example for a hook. Could be, if water keeps showing up in the same corner of your basement, the problem may not be where the water appears. Or another problem could be a homeowner notices water on the floor and assumes the exact spot is the issue. And then you can explain it with, but the basement waterproofing, we usually need to look at grading, gutters, wall cracks, water pressure, where the water is actually entering. Then you would hit them with some proof. This would be something like, this is why during inspection, we checked both inside and outside before recommending a repair. And then the next step following this formula would be, if you're seeing this in your basement, schedule an inspection so you know what's actually causing it. And this is a complete short form video right there. That simple, that clear, that helpful, very specific, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, so your job site already has content assets. You don't need to invent content from scratch. You're already going to homes. You're already inspecting real problems. You're already explaining issues to homeowners, and you're already doing the work. You're already creating before and after moments, and you're already hearing the questions homeowners are asking. That is your content. This is usually not a lack of content. The issue here is that there's no system for actually capturing it. And this is always when, if there's no system, video just becomes random. So someone remembers to actually film maybe every once in a while. Maybe there's a clip that's sitting on their phone, or no one knows what to post, or the team gets too busy, or something kind of gets lost in translation. The whole thing just kind of comes to a stop. So the goal is to not make video complicated. The goal is to make it operational, simple enough that your team can actually do it. So here's a basic job site shot list. First, capture the visible problem. That might be a crack or water entry, crawl space moisture, bowing wall, drainage issue, sump pump setup, or uneven concrete. Second would be capture a quick inspection explanation. This can usually be around 15 to 30 seconds. Things you want to say are, what are you seeing? Why does it matter? What should the homeowner know? And third is the capture the crew setup. This is where the real work is happening, and it helps the company feel active and professional. Fourth would be record a short process clip, not the entire job, just a clear moment that helps people understand what you do. Fifth would be capture the before and after if possible. Before and after is one of the easiest forms of proof for homeowners to understand. Sixth would be a record like a final recap. Something as simple as, today we looked at a basement where water was entering after heavy rain. We checked the insides, the outsides, the drain, the wall conditions, so homeowners could understand what was causing the issue and what options made sense. These are the kind of shot lists that I would recommend giving to your team, because a lot of the time the owner or marketing person is not the only one who can capture that useful footage. The inspectors or the crew leads or the office staff can all help if they know what they're looking for, but it's good to kind of reinforce this with your team so they know what they're looking for too. Now, let's talk about where these videos should go. You don't need to make a completely different content for every single platform, but you do need to understand how people use each one. Every platform has a different job. YouTube Shorts is strong for searchable education. YouTube has a huge short form scale. The shorts can connect to search behaviors better than a lot of other platforms. That makes a good place for problem-based content. A YouTube short titled, "Is this basement crack serious?" has a much clearer search angle than something vague like "Another day on the job." TikTok is more about fast discovery, raw personality. That doesn't mean that every contractor needs to be dancing or chasing trends, like I said before. It means that content should feel human, direct, and easy to understand. A clip of an inspector explaining a real basement problem can work better than something that feels a little too polished or maybe too corporate. Instagram Reels are strong for visual proof and branding familiarity. Good lighting, clear footage, strong on-screen text, and clear before and after visuals matter a lot here. This is a good place to show job site footage, quick walkthroughs, process clips, or testimonial snippets. Facebook still matters when it comes to video for local trust, but Meta has reported that video makes up more than half of the time spent on Facebook. That matters because a lot of homeowners still use Facebook to check local businesses. They see community recommendations, they engage with local posts, they actually engage with a lot of groups, and they notice companies that show up consistently. For Facebook, I would focus on simple education videos, customer stories, seasonal reminders, and local project highlights. Now, LinkedIn works differently. It's less about direct homeowner conversion and more about authority, partnerships, recruiting, commercial relationships, and company credibility. LinkedIn has reported strong video growth, including video viewership up to 36% year over year. So LinkedIn, use that content to show leadership, team process, business standards, safety, quality, lessons from the field. And here's the important part. You're not changing the core message. You're just adjusting how you package it. The same job site walkthrough could become a short YouTube video short titled, what causes water along the basement wall? Or a TikTok clip with a raw, direct explanation from the job site. Or an Instagram reel with strong visuals and text overlays. And a Facebook video explaining why homeowners should watch after heavy rain. And a LinkedIn post about how your team approaches inspections and homeowner education. That is how you get more mileage out of the same footage. But no matter where you post, you keep the basics the same: the strong hook, the clear problem, helpful explanation, visual proof, and simple next steps. The moment everybody's been waiting for. This is where all the good stuff is. Now, before we wrap this up, this is where you can actually grab the Foundation Repair short form video playbook. If today's training helped and you see videos, as something that doesn't need to be complicated, this playbook will help you kind of turn those ideas into action. Inside, you're going to get hook examples. You're going to get job site shot ideas, testimonial prompts, CTA examples, video topic ideas, and plug and play short form templates. And you'll kind of find a simple weekly planning structure to all this. We kind of outlined it all here for you. And the goal is to kind of just help you plan the next 30 days of trust building videos that you can start using social media content to answer, like I said, homeowners' questions, show that proof, and move people towards booking an inspection with you because they see you as the credible source. The playbook can also help you create videos that support your website or even add more authority to your Google business profile, obviously with social media content, and it helps with lead follow-up as well. So use the link on this page, which is this QR code. You scan it, takes you straight to the download. You don't even have to enter in anything. If you're watching this live, that's what you get. You can just get this free resource without any hoops that you have to jump. If you're watching the replay, you'll have to put in your email. We'll email it to you, and that's how that'll end up working. But you can also just comment video on this, and we'll send it to you as well. And again, the point is just not to post more. The point is actually to create videos that help build that trust and help move homeowners closer to actually scheduling an inspection with you. So if you're watching this video and you're thinking, this makes sense, but we need help building it into our actual marketing system, that's where you'd actually schedule a strategy session. And that's where that would make the most sense. And in a strategy session, we can take a look at how your current marketing is actually working. We can review your website, your visibility, your social content, your trust signals, and your follow-up path. And we can kind of look and find out whether video is actually going to be supporting that buyer journey to helping them get closer to you. So you're not just sitting off to the side, just trying to figure out what kind of random content you can create. From there, we'll actually help you identify what needs to be fixed. And for some companies, it could be a visibility issue. For others, it's trust. Others, it could be conversion. And some, it's probably follow-up. And many companies, it's actually a combination of all that. So the goal is basically not to overwhelm you with a bunch of marketing tasks. The goal is to help you build clear systems that help turn this attention into leads, those leads into booked inspections, and those booked inspections into real business growth. So if you need any help mapping that out, schedule a strategy session, and we'll just help you out and walk you through how that will actually work practically. So let's recap. So we kind of just go over everything we've already been talking about. Is that first is you don't need viral videos. You need trust building videos. You need videos that will answer questions homeowners already have. Your videos need to show the problem, explain the process, show proof, and give clear next steps. You need to show the people that are behind the company, and you need to show your job sites as content assets. And you also need to post videos where homeowners are already looking. And you need to connect those videos to the rest of your marketing system, because videos itself just won't book the inspection. The trust books the inspection. The clarity books the inspection. That follow-up is what books the inspection. And when you have video that supports all of that, it becomes incredibly powerful as part of your growth system. So if you only take one action after this training, it's grab this playbook, scan this. It's a QR code. You just scan it, download it, apply it. And it'll only take one action after this training to get things going. It'll start with something very simple. Just use your phone, answer some of the homeowners' questions they're already asking, show that real proof, give people clear next steps, and that's how these videos actually start becoming more and more content. It becomes integrated into your system, so it turns that attention into those booked inspections. But thanks for being here. If you guys have any questions, like I said, feel free to schedule a strategy session down here. We got it down here in the QR code, and we got for next month's webinar, you can scan this QR code and register for the next webinar. It's called Summer Slowdown. Use emails plus SMS to turn missed, old, installed leads into booked jobs. We'll be going into automation, which I love talking about. Really good stuff there. So feel free. Go ahead and scan that as well and get on that as well. Other than that, if you stayed for this whole time, I appreciate it. Even if you stayed for half, even if you stayed till the very end, I appreciate you watching all this all the way through or watching it here to the end. Make sure you grab a copy of everything that you saw on here, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Other than that, catch me on next month's webinar, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, and take care. Bye-bye.